Welcome back to cooking every single recipe in the official Stardew Valley cookbook. Today we're making fish stew, mixed seafood, and a roasted tomato broth. Don't forget to subscribe, and I was going to say vote for what I make next in the comments below, but I already know the order that we're doing the last two in. But I'll keep it a surprise. You're going to start off with halving 1 pound of cherry tomatoes. Have fun. Once all the tomatoes are halved, you're going to put them on a baking sheet with parchment paper on top, and you're going to drizzle 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, stir to coat, and then season liberally with salt and flip them all so they're cut side up. And then you're going to put them in the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes until the skins are all wrinkled and they're brown on the bottom. Now to prep everything, we're going to chop 2 large shallots, mince 4 cloves of garlic, core, seed, and thinly slice 1 small red bell pepper. And also you're going to chop a beef steak tomato in half. After all this, you should probably also take your like 12 ounces of periwinkle snails or little neck clams and rinse and scrub clean. If you're using clams, you should put them in a bowl of water with some flour, because I did find that when I didn't do that, there was still a little bit of dirt inside, which wasn't very fun. So if you're using clams, do that. It doesn't say to do that, but you should. You'll also want to scrub and remove the beards from the mussels. And then you're pretty much done with all the prep. Almost forgot, you're going to take your beef steak tomato that you cut in half, and you're going to grab a box grater, and you're going to grate it so all that's left is the skin of the tomato. Also, while you're prepping, your tomatoes might finish cooling and stuff. So if that happens, you're going to combine the tomatoes and 4 cups of fish or shrimp stock in a blender and blend until smooth. Now you're going to take 1 pound of steelhead trout or salmon, and you're going to clean and remove the skin and cut into 2-inch pieces. I removed the skin. I didn't read the cut into 2-inch pieces until a little later, so I didn't actually end up recording it. Now, in a large Dutch oven, you're going to heat up the remaining 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then add the shallots and season with salt and cook, stirring occasionally until tender, about 10 minutes. Then you're going to add your garlic, your sliced bell pepper, and 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and you're going to cook that for about 3 minutes. Now you're going to add your grated beef steak tomato along with 1.5 cups of dry white wine, and you're going to boil it until it reduces by about half, about 10 minutes, and then you're going to add your tomato and stock mixture and bring up to a boil about 10 minutes. Now you're going to salt your trout, and you're going to add it to the broth, and you're going to simmer it for 2 to 3 minutes. Remove with a solid spoon, then add in your head-on, shell-on shrimp or your crayfish, and you're going to cook them for 4 to 6 minutes for crayfish, 3 to 5 minutes for shrimp, until crayfish turn red or shrimp turn pink and like opaque. Now your snails or clams, you're going to go to 5 to 7 minutes until the snails don't change, the clams will open up. And finally, mussels, 2 to 4 minutes until they also open up. If they don't open up, don't eat them. Finally, combine everything back into the stock, mix it together. It says nestle the trout in there. I didn't, because it's there's so much seafood. Why give the trout special for treatment, you know? And then serve with a ladle, top with some fresh parsley, and side with some toast. And enjoy. This was very good. Seafood is very good. I like it a lot. If you don't like seafood, you're gonna hate this because there's a lot of shellfish and stuff in there, but it's very, very good. I would make it again. If I do make it again, I would remove the shell from the shrimp, just because eating it, the clams and mussels are fine. You can eat those pretty easily without getting your hands too dirty. Shelling shrimp when it's covered in broth is just a recipe for covering your hands in broth. But all in all, very, very yummy. Highly recommend. 8.5, 9 out of 10.